What's up, guys? This is Matty Guys here, and this is the part 2 video of the 3 a.m. challenge. 3 a.m. challenge is also that if you get a Chucky doll and you do the ritual where you go in the bathroom and put the Chucky doll in the sink or the Emma doll, and whatever it works. Don't get a real life doll that actually that looks real, because that would be even scarier. And if it's in bigger size and it's almost the same size as a human, that'll be even more scarier too. But what you do is you get either a Chucky doll or Emma doll, probably be more likely to do it with. But so I'm gonna put a sample, say Chucky doll. So hang on. So you get a Chucky doll, you put it in the sink, you turn off the lights, well, leave the lights on, and then put the candles in there, light them up, and then turn off the candles. Turn off the lights. You go in there, and you say, tag your it, tag your it, tag your it. And then you go out of the door, close the door, and you say, count to 10. Then after when you do that, you go back in there, you get a knife and stab it in the middle of the chest area, and say, but not like stab it all the way, and then you count 1, 2, 3, and you stab it 1, 2, 3. Well, that's how many times you stabbed it, and then you go out, you give it like, I don't know, you don't give it a knife, but give it like a toothpick, because a knife will probably be dangerous, but if you are kind of risky and you like to do that, you can. But also, get salt, like salt, vinegar, or salt, basically, just a bunch of salt, and get water, and put it in a cup, or whatever you want to do it, and then mix it up. Like, you want to mix it up good, and you want to get a lot of salt in there, and mix it up good. And on the way to stop the ritual is to pour it onto the Chucky doll, and like if you see it, and if it's moved by itself, you grab that water that's been salted down with salt, you dump it on there. You dump half of it on there, and then save the other half if it's not going out, and you turn on the lights. But if you see it still move, use the other half of it and dump it on there, and then grab that Chucky doll and throw it out, and it shouldn't able to go in your doors, or just send it in through the mail and send it all the way through China, or send it somewhere else so it can't find you. And that's how you're supposed to play the game. That's what I've been hearing, and you do this at like 3 a.m. And that's what I've heard of. You do it at 3 a.m. And that's what you're supposed to be doing it at, because that's the devil's hours at 3 a.m. And which that's what I found out, to me. And I know, and I checked some of the comments too. Move that for the cipher right now. What I'm here to talk about also is that I did look at my comments at some time, and I think they're pretty old. And I know some of them showed hate comments, and I know I saw one that are showing good comments, and which I know that's cool and all. I mean, I'm not, upset or anything like that, but I'm really considering, I'm trying, really hard to make good videos, but it's hard to make them, and most of y'all on people are watching them, and if and I know, and then there's a bunch of good YouTubers out there, probably better than me, and I'm not gonna say I'm the best, but and there's a bunch of YouTubers out there too, and they get the same comments. Well, not the same, but they say mean things to other YouTubers, and they act cool in front of the camera, about it, not freak out, but they're actually get pretty upset about it, and that's not cool. But but most of the reason is mostly teenagers saying about that. But you know, nothing about that, me talking about that. Let's go back. What I was actually talking about was the 3 a.m. challenge. So at the 3 a.m., it's the devil's hour, and there's a bunch of them, and that's what you do for the Chucky doll and for the Emma doll, or for any type of doll you want to use, I'm guessing. But for the doll, I forgot also, when you use the salt on it, that will end the thing, but you have to make sure you turn off the, I totally forgot, I was going to tell you also what's in the thing, if you're going to play the game, is that you have to, once you put it in the sink, you must turn on the water and fill it up, the doll, and you have to wrap up the doll with you get it like a sewing pin or something, and a red, it has to be red string, it has to be the right string, the red, and you have to like sew it up, and take out all the stuffings out, and you're supposed to fill it up with something else, like you're supposed to fill it up with beads or something, I'm not sure, and then you sew up the chest, or the arms, or whatever that has the stuffings in it, and you have to cover up the whole body with red string, and keep, you know, like, I don't know if you're supposed to sew it or do whatever, you're supposed to like cover the whole doll, at least try to cover as much as you can on the doll, not like all the way, but like where you can still see his face, and just supposed to like cover up, you know, like some of the parts of his mouth and stuff like that, I don't know, anyway. Or I don't know how it works because I haven't watched the videos, because there's this guy who on YouTube who does it, and I don't know if it's real or not, or fake, you know, y'all can tell me, or once y'all watch it. I don't know what's the guy's name of this video, but, or what it is, I don't know, anyway, and, so once you already, like, do all that, once you do that, you're supposed to, like, go, and once you count all the numbers, and count the 10 after you get it, and then you go back in, and count the, like, 30 after when you got done stabbing, because I already told you about it already, if you were paying attention or not, or whatever, and, once you stab it 3 times, you have to go hide. But then once you put the salt, vinegar, or whatever you can use, it has to be salt and vinegar, or whatever it is, and it has to be mixed up in the water. And once the thing is done, you're supposed to grab it and chunk it out. And you go, and once you turn on all the lights on, and turn on your TV on, at night, once you get started on the game, and if you turn off the lights, you have to turn on the TV, because there might be other spirits, because the spirit forms into the doll. That's how it's supposed to work. And if you're and only way to know about if it does, you turn on the TV, because the TV will start acting weird, and the TV will start acting strange, and then you're like, what the frick? And so, yeah. And also, it gives you at least some good light so you can see it, so you can end the game very well. Or you can use your lights, you can use your phone as a flashlight, or you can use a camera if you're going to film it, and use a camera as a light, or you can use any type of flashlight, just long as, you know, if you need to see. Or if you're risky and do it without seeing, and you can see anything through your house in the dark, then that's cool. And it's almost 8, and I'm about to go on to the next video, or I can get going. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you grab the doll and chunk it out, and that's pretty much it. If you haven't seen the first video of 3 a.m. challenge, on the first video that I made, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Give it a like to my thumbs up. And if you're not new to this channel, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and hit the bell to join my crew, and so you can get new videos every day. I'll pop up on there randomly, and that's pretty much it. Matty Ass out. Peace.